A child born out of wedlock. Well, who gets to be the custodial parent of that child? Takes us to this week's case. Involves a real couple up in Michigan. I refer to them as Bill and Jane, not their real names, and it's kind of an aside. If someone files a lawsuit that could subject them to ridicule in form of shame or whatever else, they can file it as a pseudonym. That could be John Doe, Jane Doe, whatever. In this instance, we really don't know the names of the parties involved, and I refer to them as Bill and Jane. What happened here, though, is that Bill fathered a child out of wedlock. And for reasons known unto her, Jane wanted to assist in raising that child and wanted to be a part-time custodial parent to that child. The woman, who was the natural mother of that child, said, I don't want to have anything to do with this. She was a younger woman. Jane argued, look, by becoming a custodial parent, I would be able to assist not only in raising the child, we would also be able to provide some financial well-being, and in addition to that, this will frankly strengthen the relationship I had with Bill and overcome some of the real difficulties that arose because of his infidelity. Woman said, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I don't want to have anything to do with this. The case proceeded to court, and there the judge came away and said, well, here's how the law works. Here's how the law works. A child is always the child of its mother. That's been the case since the time of the Romans. As to the father of a child, that can be established in one of two ways. Either the father acknowledges that he is the father of the child, and in the United States modern law, that father can do that by allowing his name to appear on the birth certificate. In most states, in order to have that happen, the father must sign a statement saying that he is the natural father of the child. The other way, the second way it can be done, is through paternity and paternity testing, DNA testing, and then there may actually be a paternity suit that determines that. In this instance, Bill volitionally came forward and said, I am the father of that child. But the judge then looked to Jane and said, as to you, Jane, this child is an absolute stranger, You have no blood relationship to this child. Granted, your husband was the father of the child, but he did not in any way do something that involved you, and in this instance, that child of this other woman is a stranger to you, and the judge came away saying, I cannot, under the law, award custody rights to you, So Jane, in fact, was dealt with like a stranger to that child that her husband had fathered. Okay, so what do we learn from this? What we learn from this are some of the very basic principles that determine who is the mother, who is the father, and who can have custodial rights of a child born out of wedlock. We bring you this case, as we bring you cases every week, so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.